Now, one of the biggest problems is three specific trees are mentioned in Eden, but you only hear of two actually called trees, right? One is the tree of life and one is the tree of knowledge of good and evil, right? Now, reason is we're all part of a human race strain of existing creatures, if you will. Now, here's the point about unicorns and leprechauns and things of magical qualities that you associate yourself to. Now, if you see the temperament of a horse, right? What is one of the things they do when you have never rode on one before? They try to butt you off, right? Well, if you give a horse a horn on its head, is that not a weapon? Right. Yeah. You could never ride one unless, it let you. You couldn't even break one, right? Because the first thing it's going to do is stab you with the damn horn and kill your ass. But anyway, you figure that one out for yourself. Now, some say it could represent the rhinoceros, maybe, right? I know. That could be another meaning for the word used in the Hebrew that they interpret unicorn in the Bible. In the King James Version, by the way. So again, a little bit of starting your day out fresh with some information, right? Now, if we're docile to creatures, right, and a unicorn lets you ride it by choice, right, that's different too, right? But the thing is, though, we're what's called carnal men following Satan and Jesus 50-50, right? And why do we have that choice? Because we take the choice by force. Like Satan did when he tricked Adam and Eve into sex with him. Now, you know the devil is bad. You know the devil is a liar. He denies he was even in Eden. And you with him, if you don't understand, he's the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Idiot. He's teaching you how to do each other wrong. Whereas the tree of life wants to teach you how to do each other right, but there are benefits for that too, but you do have to try and do people right versus wrong. And that's always the point with God, Jesus, and Satan. Now, God's the spirit, right? We're inside of God, yet outside of God too, right? If there's a different dimension of life itself, is more of a lesser density than this one, right? And what it kind of means is we're within it and without it, right? We can't really see it, but it's here somewhere. And we were cut off from it because of the sin in Eden with Satan, according to most traditional Christians' beliefs anyway, and Jewish beliefs anyway. Now, the funny thing about the divine name, right, is it's divine, right? It's feminine in nature, right? But do you want to know its name? Right. First off, Elijah is close enough for you to understand, right? If you look to the definition of the word, Elijah means my God Yahoo. Now, studying into the Hebrew, even without that, you can get at least Yahweh, which means am and, or am breath. And then, if you reverse it, like I've heard the myth of the name, right? HWHY. What could that be in the Hebrew Jews? Who he? Right. Okay, now listen here. Yah and who he. What does that mean? Yah breathe. Who he, she. Echad. The male and female are one in Christ Jesus, right? Right. Does that change? I know. Anything said there? No. Who he is male, female, right? Who he is woman, male, but a different man, right? Man, woman, right? But a pronoun way to say it, right? The actual word is isha. Mm-hmm. Now, what does the final consonant with YHWH mean? It's feminine. It's feminine. Like Sarah, which is like saying Prince her. Yahuwah is the feminine of Yahoo. So Yahoo, right? Because Eliyahu and Eliyah can be extended, right? To, again, who he, I don't know. If you do it backwards, right? Because the backwards of YHWH is what? HWHY. What is HWHY again? Who he. Why is it who he? It's a spirit. It's in you both. Now, men play heads. The head of every man is Christ. The head of Christ is God. The head of the woman is the man. Right. But guess what, man? Right. If you don't acknowledge Christ is greater than you, you're not in the true Godhead. In Christ, the male and female are one. But not in you, right? We're divided. We're taken out of each other. If I take half of you to make her, or parts of you, bone and flesh, to make her, you're not or no longer the same being you were when she was in you, right? If something is in you and I take it out of you, I've removed it from you, right? So she's no longer in you. She's now out from you. And I made you two from one. And men love to lie, Sheena. Women are taught by lying males, even in your congregations and churches. The problem is, though, Satan will stroke your vanity like Pastor Davis, even try to make you think it's okay to masturbate. But then he wants to get along with you and do it with you. That's when he's crossing a line between being a pastor and being a sexual predator. There are two different things there. Yeah. For a man to tell another man it's okay for him to masturbate ain't a problem. But if he's wanting to do it with you, he's going into an area most pastors and men don't go into, right? Even when it was someone else that was the victim, I'm still around it, where it affects you, where you know how they handle it is discretion. Discreetly. They don't want you to talk about it, right? But you know you have to clear the air, right? At least. Especially if the other guy was named Shane Sanders and your name is Shane Lee, right? And see, I don't even know what became of him, because after that, he quit going out to our church. And I don't know if David Maddox or Myron Zipper remember him. But I do. He's from the Rankin area. He was going out the Rankin Baptist Temple with us, right? And again, right, he was the one the counselor approached to feel something good. He wanted him to feel something good, and I'm sure he didn't already know what he did. See again, right? But once the counselor breaches the etiquette, she just jumped the fuck out the bed. Same thing I would do, but like I said, right? But we're told not to talk about it. We're taught to keep it hush hush, right? You're not helping the church unless you're confessing your fault, and that's a fault, right? That's the counselor who's in his 20s or 30s asking a young 14-year-old boy if he wants to feel something good. That's statutory rape territory for a young boy. I don't even know the guy's name. I don't even remember his name, right? Only reason I remember Shane Sanders is we were kind of into the same type women. And I like this tall brunette girl. And again, Shane liked her too, but she dated him because I guess he was the blonde with the brown eyes, right? And I was the brunette with the brown eyes, right? Whatever, that's how life works out, right? Busy. It depends on what I knew about sex, if I talked to the girls about the sex, and if they let me have the sex with them, right? And then if someone knocked me out after the sex, of course I don't remember the sex. But if you're knocking people out over sex, you're playing Captain Caveman. Right? Only Captain Caveman knocks people out after sex or before sex. Right? Now, if it's a male getting down with your woman and you think you own her and you just met her, again, you don't own her. Now, like yesterday, I went to Western Sizzling, and there's this hot little brunette, and she's around people she don't even look like. I mean, she stuck out like a sore thumb around these people, right? I'm wondering, who is this girl? Did they kidnap her or something? The problem is, I can't do nothing about it, even if they did, because they're acting like they know each other, so you just play it chill. You don't know what's going on, right? But I ordered my usual dinner, but this time it was a chopped steak meal, right, with mashed potatoes and gravy, right? Though I think it would be a cooler deal because you're making us pay $10 for a steak dinner where we might could get 2 sides and something else from like Cracker Barrel, which is just down the street a little, for a similar meal. But you might can offer us 2 vegetables from the buffet, right? Or something like that. I don't know. Now, am I into the girl? Yeah, I'm just wondering why she's around these yokos who don't even look like her. I'm wondering if she's a kidnap victim or something. Or did her mom have an affair? Things like that, right? I don't know. Because they look nothing like the people around them.